Hello, Facebook, YouTube. Howdy, howdy, howdy. So, I just want to jump right in because I don't want to do a long live because I see how they're trying to make everybody attention shorter, and I'm trying to get in there before people start. I don't know, becoming conditioned to the stuff that they got going on now. That's why I don't watch the news. I ain't gonna hold you because everything that they're telling you is a reason and it's a agenda. Even if maybe the news reporter, the lowest person reporting, how like the worker is the lowest person in the corporation. Maybe the reporter is really the lowest person in the production of the news. I don't know. This is not what I'm here for, but either way, 7 seconds. Like they want your attention span. Like my attention span already messed up. So, but anyway, let's jump right into it. Focus on your own drive. Forgiving yourself. How do you forgive yourself? For me, forgiving myself has been a chapter because I had to forgive myself for things I did not know. Like I find myself in situations like, honey, how did we get here? What happened? Hello, hello. I'm talking about forgiving yourself. How do you forgive yourself? For me, I know I'm forgiving myself through everything. Everything because when I think about things that and places that I've ended up, on one hand I'm very curious and I'm a seeker. I want to know information, but on the other hand, that can take you down a path that's just like I you know I didn't have time for that. Like right. So how do I forgive myself? How do I forgive myself through that shame is the question. Because a lot of times we do stuff, and even if we don't realize what we're doing, once we do realize the pain, either we are a victim and we victimize and we tell ourselves that it happened to us, or we feel shame because we realize that we are in control of our own path. We are the co-creators of our life. It's God and it's us, the creator, whatever you want to call him, and then us. So we literally have choices that we can make to go on certain paths. So when I think about it like that, then it's like, oh, I always have to forgive myself. And it makes forgiving the other person way easier because I know they dealing with their own path, their own trauma, their own healing that they got to get through. And how they treat me is only a projection of how they feel about themselves. Hello. So we're talking about healing, forgiving yourself. How do you forgive yourself? I'm just I'm just thinking about driving. When you're driving, it's just you in your own path. You got your own car. Everyone else is doing their own thing. Y'all are all headed in one direction, but y'all all on different journeys. But you got to be in control of your car. Like you have to know how to put your blinkers on and have the boundaries to let people know that you're getting over. You have to be able to stop, put your brakes on, let people know that you're stopping, right? You have to put space in between you and the next car so you set boundaries. Maybe, so me and my sister, we call it brake checking. When you kind of slow down a car that's behind you, you set boundaries. Don't come up on me like that. It's the same way in life. I look at driving. That's why I like to drive so much. I look at driving like life. Because if I can drive and I can control my road rage, then I can control myself in your face when you say something that may affect me, right? And then always going back to having compassion for myself and then having forgiveness for myself. That's going to take me to always giving myself forgiveness if I don't. In the moment that I don't have compassion for myself, in the moment that that I do have road rage, I'll be able to forgive myself quicker. So I just want to talk about that. I just noticed that. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, because we're all responsible for our happiness. So a lot of times we feel like, oh, I want to get with someone and they're going to make me feel good. They're going to make me come alive, or, you know, I need to be around somebody to give some attention or some type of validation. We always put stuff on other people, but we have the power to make ourselves feel happy. We have the power to identify what it is that we want in our lives, right? And then we have the power to grab a thought cloud or release it. So if I feel something in my body it got me upset, I'm aggravated, I'm irritated, I'm sad, I'm feeling down, or I'm too happy. I mean, happy is okay, but sometimes you can't be too happy. Manic, you can be too happy. But either way, you feel these emotions. You can decide. All right, I'm gonna let that go, or okay, I'm feeling some kind of way. But in order to do that, you have to have self-awareness, which means that you have to be in connection with your own spirit. Nobody else can do that for you. I can tell you something all day, but only you can actually make the change. Like, only you can do the work, right? You can buy the courses, you can read the books, you can talk to me, you can talk to everyone else, but only you can make the change and do the work. Only I can empower you to do so. And so I know sometimes my delivery be off, and I be thinking on some whole other stuff. So I just want to empower with my actions and like open a space so that we can have conversations. Maybe I don't have all of the answers, right? But I can bring people who may have a different perspective, right? When I think about healing, one of the biggest things I talk about in my book is boundaries. I ain't had no boundaries. I had no boundaries. So people could literally do whatever they wanted. And because I didn't have boundaries and I didn't know that it was boundaries to be had, I just pushed away from people because I didn't know how to properly give my boundaries. I didn't know how to say, "Hey, I really got to get some new glasses. I'm gonna get them." Okay, they're actually sitting over there, but I got to put my prescription in them. But anyway, so I didn't have any boundaries. Okay, I just wanted the validation of people feeling loved. I wanted to give what I wanted. So I wanted to be there for you no matter what, do whatever, loyalty down, got your back, homie, like all that, right? I wanted to be loyal. And so sometimes I think about when we all like loyalty over everything, is it because we just want somebody to see us? We just want to be seen and accepted? Because what happens is we say loyalty over everything, and that somebody is not loyal that we said we're supposed to be loyal, right? Make sure I'm not going over time here. I don't want to, attention span. But anyway, we give our loyalty to somebody. We put it in a man. Man will let you down every time, right? Which is why you have a holy father or whatever spirits activate, just whatever. Okay, just because I don't want to put like I still be like Jesus. Tell me more. Like so I can't be like, and God said, like I'm never gonna be that person. But at the same time, I acknowledge, so I be real sensitive about that because I know the world we live in now, and I don't want to offend anybody. Okay, so whoever you believe in, my guy, just yeah. But anyway, the bound the boundaries, bro. I'm trying to stay on track. Boundaries. I feel like the boundaries that you need, only you know, like only you know. But I feel like, let me see. I think for me, I mean, okay, it took, well, it took getting into a real relationship, being around somebody. And I don't know if it was because of the pandemic that it was accelerated learning or what, but being around somebody and truly seeing them mirror you. When you see somebody mirror you and you can understand that that's what they're doing, they're mirroring you, then it's easier to kind of see myself. But if I don't have anybody there, then I could think, oh, I'm great, I'm doing good. It's all them, right? But to have somebody there that has to call you on your stuff, that's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not too great. I'm not doing too great. So I have to be in control and set boundaries because one, if I'm trying to get a validation or attention or have company or whatever it is, if I'm trying to fill some empty hole or something, that person is never going to fill it. And so I'm always going to feel like, oh, they're using me, boundaries, this and that and the third, because they're not creating my happiness. So the happiness has to be in me. I have to have it already. And then I hit you up like, hey, I'm happy over here. You looking happy over there. You want to be happy together? It's two planets combining, right? It's not, I'm water. You look like land. Did you want to? No. It's not 50-50. It's 100-100. I got a house. You got a house. It can happen in different ways. We both build it. We don't got nothing, okay? You know, we turned 7 into 14, 14 in the whole thing. Lord knows it's a cold game, okay? And then we switched up on the hoes, man. I'm just saying. Shout out to Nipsey, okay? Because, like, it's like we could do that with anything. So either I get myself all the way together and heal, and then I find somebody who has healed and did their thing, and then two houses combined, two worlds combined, Captain Planet, okay? Or we started from the bottom. We we put all our eggs together, turn 7 to 14, 14 to a whole thing, and then we separate. We're still together, but we building our house or we building our foundation together and it's stronger. And as two people, we're building ourselves up. One person had to sacrifice for a little while we got it together, and then we got it together enough for both of us now to be in the position to do the thing that we want to do. But now I'm sacrificing forever and we're moving up. And you good, but I'm hanging on. Just no, that's 50-50 and something's wrong there. We both need to be having our own happiness, finding our own individuality. If you go to work and I stay at home, I still need to figure out what I like to do at home. If I decide that what I like to do is out there, now we need to change things. The dynamic of our relationship should change. And if we're thinking about marriage, which why are we getting in relationships if we're not thinking about actually being partners? We just want to have a good time. Like, how long you finna do that? But I ain't gonna talk about it because I don't want to be judgy. You know what I'm saying? But personally, I only had one relationship, and I keep thinking about the nigga. Like, are we gonna make it work or what? Like, and it's so stupid because it's like, no, it don't work. It don't work. And in my head, I see how it can work, but it has to be two people that's you on the same path. So you gotta let it go. You know, have it had leave. If it come back to you, it's yours. If it don't, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Who said that? DMX too? A lot of people said that, but either way, I'm talking fast. Let me slow down. Okay, I'm just saying. I be getting passionate. Passionate. But, anywho, I just feel like, um, I, I feel like a lot of times we forget that we're in control of our own happiness. And even me. Like, I forgot it. But, you know, I don't want to say I'm a little higher on the narcissistic scale, but I know when I am. I'm aware and I can see when I am. So I can put myself there if I need to. Like, I can disassociate from all this shit. No, I'm in a lower frequency. That's why I'm talking fast. But I can disassociate. Try to get myself right. I can disassociate from anything that's going on, right? And be in my own zone, which is great if I'm trying to get something done. Not so great if I'm trying to connect with somebody, right? So when I'm in a relationship, though, there's a time and a place for everything. I'm not going to be holding on the whole time, right? So after maybe 7 o'clock, that's all you or something. And I got to do this live real quick, but then it's back to you or something like that. I'm going to set a time. There's expectations that will be had in a relationship that I am in. Like, we're going to know what we're doing. It's going to be treated a lot like a business because there's going to be communication. We're going to need to have weekly, bi-weekly, some type of meetings where we're talking. We're really talking. Like, we can go grind and get it and all of that, but we need to actually be talking about how we're feeling. Was it something that I missed? Was it something that you needed? Right? but I'm going after my happiness, and you're okay with that, and I'm okay with that because I'm going after my happiness. But I also have to have happiness in that person. So when I do unplug, I want to still be around that person. I don't want to unplug from the person too. Right? Like I want to like my mate, but I have to like myself first. What do I like? Because then I'll watch my mate be great and be them. And this is what happened. I didn't know myself. I didn't know my worth. So I watched him say what he wanted and do what he wanted. And every time he got something that he wanted, I'm like, hey, well, I want something. Well, hey, I didn't know I could do that. Well, hey, right? I was so upset. But in my head, I got goals. But I'm thinking, we riding it together. No. He's still thinking I'm an entity, right? And I'm like, I didn't know. He wasn't going to lose himself in me. But I was already ready to lose myself in him. This is what you need. You want this? How you feeling today? Right? And then when I flipped and changed, it was like, but it's like this go-getter has been in me, right? I still have things that I got to work on and heal from. So I'm not as go-getter-ish as I want to be. Because in my head, I'm like, I'm out of here, boy. Like, what? But in real life, I'm like, do, 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 do. Smell the flowers. Do, do, do. Oh, hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Parker. Okay, girl. Like, no, no, let's go. Just, let's go. Ain't no hey, I'm driving too. Like, I'm just, but it takes time and it's okay. It's a process, which is why I want to show you guys the process. I want to talk about the things that I have developed in myself, the happiness. I'm happy with myself. I am happy with my raw self, right? However, I want to be treated valuable in the world that we live in. I want to experience the upper echelons and be treated in the most upper echelons. I want my dignity as a black person, and for me, as a black person in the world, they don't try to give us dignity, right? But then for me, I personally want to be able to go in there and say, how much is the burger? 1,500 with the cakes, 14K, and the mushroom sauce. What is it? Truffle? Okay, yeah, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to walk in and give them the card. I'm paying for the table. I want that, right? I want that. I want to go to the school and somebody pull me to the side after the meeting and say, hey, I got this idea. Da 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 da. All right, cool. Here are my emails. Send it to me and I can fund that. Like, I want that. Right? So my happiness started with me first. And so then I can go after it. I cannot be jealous of nobody else who already has it because I know where I am in the process of getting it. Like it's gotten. I've already, because I seen it. So it's there. The only difference is me executing. That's the only difference from me and somebody else who's still thinking about it is execution. And while I'm still thinking about it, I'm executing. So I know it's coming. It's not just something I should do. It's something that's going to happen. You hear me? But anywho, focus on your own drive. The more that I focus on my own drive through my trauma bonding, whatever that is for me, you break up with a dude, he can just cut you off. And then you feel like, on the inside, right? And you trying to play it off like it's straight. I'm a boss. 99 problems, but like you would be feeling like, no, honey, you're not gonna play me. But on the inside, you like, why you don't like me? I was so good to you. Right? It's real. It's it's real crazy on the inside. How do you deal with that? You focus on yourself. That's why you get in the gym. That's why you start your business. That's why you serve. Whenever I'm feeling down, like really, really down, and I just know I can't say nothing else to myself, I go help somebody else. You got a problem? Let me focus on your problem because that's gonna take me out of mine. That's what I do. Like, and it brings me so much joy. So just wait till I got the backing that I need behind the passion. It's on and popping. It's on and popping, but it will only happen if I stay focused on my own drive. Where am I going? What does my GPS say? Right? Somebody else GPS say something completely different. Am I gonna follow them, or am I gonna listen to my own? But I have to have self-awareness to know that app is even on my phone. I'm using a lot of metaphors, but either way, I have to have self-awareness to know that app is on my phone, right? I have to have the self-awareness to know I don't know where I'm going without the app, right? The app is smart. Artificial intelligence, higher intelligence. Okay, so we're just gonna roll with this metaphor, right? But I like that because I drive a lot. I will leave right now and hit Atlanta. What? Just how many hours is that? 10, baby. It's 10. What? And I do it all the time. I don't do no planning. I just hop on the road. Just because I like to drive because the thoughts, the processing, the slowing down, and then at night when it ain't nobody but you in the big trucks, and I'm that man. That's a whole nother story. But either way, long distance driving, that's lit. A to B driving, that's something different. You getting off at exit 14. You got on at exit 2 or something. Like it's not, you know, it's long distance driving got completely different. It's a completely different awareness. So it's just so perfect because long distance drivers have a different awareness. Truckers have a different awareness. And then A to B drivers, I got a car, I live in the city, I don't go nowhere far. I live in the DMV, I go to the D and the V. You know what I'm saying? I live in the M. I don't do too much out of that. I might hit the PA sometimes. You know, you might catch me out in the B more. That's completely different from the MD or something because they own entity out here. But other than that, we stay right here with it. That's a local driver. You don't know those rules. You're not gonna hit your flashes when a big truck try to get over real quick, or you know what I'm saying, hit your lights or hit your flashes when somebody lets you over. You're not gonna do certain things. You don't have a certain awareness. It takes another level of awareness. So in life, we can see everybody doing stuff. Clearly, we can see what you're doing, right? Like we know what certain stuff mean. We know humble. We got the gist of it. If you're not being humble, we're gonna call you on it, right? But we see ourselves when we're not being humble? Anybody? You be seeing yourself? Because I don't always be seeing myself. And it took a skill for me to process in real time. I literally process in real time. And people say, oh, I don't say nothing if I don't have nothing nice to say. And I don't. But sometimes I'll say something that somebody wasn't prepared to hear, and they will take it as if I said something that wasn't nice. Right? And if that happens, then me processing in the moment, I can quickly communicate what I'm trying to say, or a better way to say it, or looking at it through your eyes, because I know that you have a different perspective than me. But it takes me being in my happiness to do that, because I could easily become the victim. It takes me not comparing myself to be able to pull over and help you while I'm on my drive. And then to know if my help isn't received, to keep pushing forward and not look back. As nice as I am, to keep pushing forward and not look back. Gotta keep pushing them up. It's okay. So anyway, be responsible for your own happiness and focus on your own drive. I promise you, staying in the moment and working on holding yourself accountable, but working on um, forgiveness for yourself, like forgiving yourself, but not being lenient, but forgiving yourself for your mistakes and understanding that this is a process. Whatever you're doing right now, this is the process of it. It might be the first day you're doing it. It could be the 30th day you're doing it. It could be the 300th day you're doing it. But this is the first time you're doing it this day. So give yourself a little bit of care and compassion. It's okay. You got this. Okay? Process through what you're doing, why you're doing, and know that it's just a process and a journey. This is Healing Network right here, baby, with me. So you're going to see me mess up, get back up. Scared man said, get back up. You're going to see me do it every day because I'm going after something. I want to be something, and I got a vision, and I already know that as long as I keep moving every single day, it's going to get there. So journal with me, but journey with me. Definitely journal. But journey with me too on this path. Make sure you check out a Melanated Hypothesis podcast. We're dropping shows every week, episodes every week, and interviews every week, panels every month. We want to heal, okay? We want to heal. It's imperative that we heal, so I'm creating a space for us to heal, right? And what that looks like. What does doing the work look like? What does it actually look like? So, I'm glad you're here. Merch is available. Have you done some healing today merch? Get your merch at the link in the bio at melanatedhypothesis.com. And my book is on pre-sale. So make sure you check that out. Be the be responsible for your own happiness. Because I wrote down something, but in my head I keep trying to say something else. But you be responsible for your own happiness. Don't put it in nobody else's hands. I'm talking about nobody else's hands. Not your job, not your mama, not your spouse, not your almost spouse, not your wannabe spouse, not your was thinking about spouse, not your ex, not your next, not your dog, okay, not your cat, nobody. And you see how we depend on stuff? We think that everybody has issues, okay? Don't think that it's just you, I promise you. Maybe I don't do no drugs, I don't have no sex, I don't do nothing, but I depend on this dog. I got an emotional animal, emotional support animal. Because we are all dependent on something. We need connection. And so we need more community. And we need more healed community. So I'm so glad everybody's popping up ready to heal. Me too, be. I want everybody to heal as much as possible. Whatever we can do. I'm coming out with these. I got things in my head and I'm just trying it. But hip hop therapist, like I'm trying to get on that. Like I want to be known as that because let's break down this music. Like what are we actually feeling? Can we process that? Because we're putting out a lot of the negative stuff that we feel. But how can we get people to understand the good things that we're feeling in hip hop? How can we make healing hip hop? It don't have to be like super churchy, but like T Grizzly, like maybe he's feeling good now. How can we get that popping? We got to figure that out. So, yes. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I hope that you do some healing today, process today. If anybody hasn't told you, I love you. So today is Saturday. Yeah, we'll kick it again on Monday because Sunday is for me. And I think that you should take time Sunday for yourself. But I'm not going live, but I'll be posting. So if you need me, I'm always here. Check me out on my website at melanatedhypothesis.com. Peace and healing, guys. I'm out.